and we've talked about some living things, and we've talked about different types of plants, their classifications, uses of plants, and caring for plants and others. A quick refreshing of mind to be able to build on. In our curriculum or in our classroom instruction, we will say RPK, relevant previous knowledge. And we all know its purpose, what it stands for. So as we go to our learners in the classroom to check what knowledge they gained in the previous lesson, that will be able to top up in our next lesson. I bring it to you. Let's find out what we have in our minds so far. So Friday, where did we go to? Where did we live? What did you take home? And what have you learned? Okay. Who can tell me something? One or two, so that we can build on. Edith.
Hello, madam.
Yes, dear.
Please, we talk about food plants. And we said there are people food plan.
Food plan.
Yes, please, madam.
Meaning
classification of plants, and we talk about food plan. We said that there are people who grow from food.
So
and we talk about the type.
Crops. Talk about
Yes,
food
please, madam.
crops. Yes.
Food crops.
Okay.
Yes. And we said they are grown for food, purposely for food.
Okay.
Then we go to the type of this, the climbing trees and the crippling trees.
Climbers and the creeping.
Yes, please. We said the climbers, they cannot stand alone. We support them. If we are to plant them, example, yam. And then the crippling example is sweet potato.
Okay.
And how to care for plants? We said that we can care for them by pruning, mulching, watering, and weeding.
Okay, Edith. Clap for
Yes,
yourself
madam.
since you are alone there. Okay. So good. Philip is clapping for you. Okay.
Thank you, Philip.
I saw Zanjina's hand up. Okay, so Zanjina, let's hear you. Oh, Zanjina, you've dropped your hand. Okay. One or two people to add up to what Edith mentioned. Yes, Philip.
Madam, we also talk about at the side of the plants, we talk about the climby plant and the creeping plant. Then we say the climby plant, they normally, when their leaves started growing, they climb other trees or other things for their leaves to get the
Madam,
sunlight.
please, I do not make the one.
And also we talk about motion. Then we spoke about the stabilization. And we say mulching is like more or less using a dry or other materials to cover the surface of the soil in order to maintain soil moisture and to improve on soil fertility. And also we talk about stabilization like supporting plants during certain seasons like when the wind is blowing, when they are about to bear food. We talk about pruning where certain trees need to be shaped so that they develop new branches for another cycle of bearing of fruit. Thank you.
That's great. Who is clapping for Philip? Yes, you people should clap for Philip. Yeah, Margaret is clapping for Philip. Edith is clapping. Philip, you are clapping for yourself.
Yes,
Hey,
madam.
yo, I hear. I hear. Great. Last person, Zanjina. Let's hear you, then we continue. Mhm. Zanjina Linda. Hey, is Zanjina drinking water or eating tozafi? Her hand is up and she's nowhere near her phone. Okay. I also remembered we talked about the three main classifications of plants. And what are they? What are they? Just mention them for me. There are three. I want those three. Mhm. Three main classification of plants. RPK. Should I mention them? Zanjina, stop clapping and answer the question. Okay, Agnes. Agnes. Agnes, you've raised your hand.
Madam,
Zanjina. Mm-hmm.
madam, madam,
Yes.
madam,
Zanjina, can you hear me? Okay, Zanjina is having a problem. Okay, Agnes, are you on or still you are not around? Your hand is still
madam,
up. Yes, Zanjina.
madam, I'm with you.
Yes, so I'm
Madam,
listening. Yes.
madam. Oh,
Who is beside Zanjina should tell her that we are hearing her voice, so she should just speak. We'll hear. Okay, Victoria. Victoria.
Madam.
Yes.
Okay, please, the classification. We have the life cycle,
Mm,
the taxonomic, and based on their growth.
growth habits.
Yes.
Great. Great. So, what did we say their life cycle is? Agnes.
Miss Madam, the life cycle, you said that is based on their growth habits, and it starts when they are born and when they are depart.
Okay, so the life cycle starts from birth to death, but it's not the growth habit. The growth habit is another
Okay.
part of the classification. Agnes, any challenge over there?
No, please.
So are you
No, please.
okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, okay. So what about the taxonomic classification of plants? What did we say the taxonomic classification of plants is? Uh-huh. Agnes, do you want to say something?
No, please.
Okay, then mute your mic, okay?
Okay.
Edith, Edith, what did we say
Madam,
the taxonomic is? Yes.
the genetic and the evolution relationship.
Yes, we said that taxonomic classification is about the genetic and evolutionary relationships of plants. Okay, then the last one, classification based on growth habits. What did we say they are? Classification based on growth habits. Last one, then we moved on. I'm listening. Oh. Mm-hmm. Hey, should I mention them? Classification based on growth habits. Edith, I will not call you. Um, Adobia, Adobia, is Adobia here? So she joined and she's somewhere else. Okay. Otelia. Otelia. Otelia.
Hello, madam. Please, my network just got a problem, so I couldn't hear what you were saying. Hello.
Okay. I'm
Yes.
asking a question. I
Yes,
was
please.
asking classification based on growth habits of plants. What did we say it is?
Hey, madam.
Oh, see,
Madam,
hey, madam. Yes.
I didn't hear what you said, sir. So
Okay.
someone should please repeat it for me so that I can
So,
get what
mommy,
you are
let's
saying.
check the platform and call somebody to answer, then we move on.
Hey.
Ask somebody in the class to answer.
Okay, let me call Pat Enam to answer for me, please, so that I can get what you are saying.
Okay. So, Otilia, which center are you talking from?
Jessica College, and I'm the only one there too. Yes,
You are the
please.
only one. Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, I have your name here, but I wanted to know if you have somebody with you again. Okay.
No, please.
So, Pat, Enam, Otilia said you should answer for her. Uh-huh. Okay. So we talked about their growth as in their height, their shape, and their length.
Okay.
Eh? When we talk about the growth habits, we are looking at the size, the shape, and the length. Victoria. Victoria,
Madam.
your hand is up. Yes.
Please,
Let's
I
hear you.
wanted to answer the question, but you've answered it too.
No, so you answer it. Say what you are bringing.
Please, I wanted to say the classification is based on like the trees, the shrubs, and the herbs.
Uh-huh. So
So
what have they
under the
done?
herbs, we have short size plants.
Mhm.
Example, we have tomato, wheat, and under the shrub, it's a medium size and like woody plants.
Mhm.
Example, we have rose, jasmine,
Mhm.
and under the tree, we have like woody plants.
Mhm.
Example, mango tree.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. So Victoria has gone further to even give you people examples. Clap for her. Give her a thumbs up. Now, today we are moving on to animals. Animals. So we are looking at the domestic animals. Then we will also look at the wild animals. So when we talk about domestic animals, what are we talking about? Mhm. When you hear the word domestic animals, Dano,
Hello,
do you know?
madam. Good
Yes.
evening.
Good evening. How are
Please,
you?
I'm fine, thank you. Please,
Okay.
if we are talking about domestic animals, we are talking about, or it refers to animals that live at home, the animals that we live with in the houses. So like
Okay.
dog, goat, sheep, cats. I think those are some of the domestic animals. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you too. Yes, that is according to the law 2026. Rebecca.
Madam, let me
Yes,
also
dear.
bring my opinion. When we talk about domestic animals, they are
Uh-huh.
animals that human beings kept for companionship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then Agnes.
Please, madam, they are animals that are trained and kept by people for work, food, or other uses.
Hey, beautiful, you are brilliant, oh, sharp. Okay. Then who again before I call Victoria and Philip to conclude? Victoria, I have not called you yet. Wait. Okay. Evelyn. Evelyn, are you on? Or you are somewhere else? Okay.
Madam,
So
madam.
Evelyn is somewhere else. Yes.
Oh, madam, I'm here.
Okay, so tell us
Sounds like
something
you.
about domestic animals.
Madam, they are animals that are kept in home for company. Yeah. So,
For company,
example is
okay.
dog.
Okay, okay. That's Evelyn, 2026 February. Great. Dano and Agnes, please bring your hand down. Okay, so let's hear Philip and then we proceed. Philip,
Please, domestic animals are animals that lives in house or communities with humans, of which some are used for pets and some are used for security reasons and some are used for food and others are used for medicine, which help in human society.
okay. All of you give thumbs up for yourselves. In fact, all that you have said is so. So these animals are are being selected, and they breed, and they are genetically adapted over generations to live alongside humans. So we can see that based on our explanations, some of you were able to mention some of the domestic animals you know, like dog and others that you mentioned. They live among humans. So we are with them in our homes, right? Some are even in our rooms with us. We will come back to them and look at why they are with us. But in one of our explanations, I think it's Philip or somebody who mentioned it, that they are pets. So when they say pets, what is pet? Or what is a pet? When we say animals are pets, what is pet and what is a pet? Mm-hmm. Philip, I won't call you now. Okay, Agnes.
Please, madam, pets are animals that are kept at home for companionship and pleasure.
Okay, for companionship and pleasure, I'll come back
Yes,
to
please.
it. Zanjina. Zanjina.
Madam, madam,
Yes.
please, pets are animals that are kept in the house for companionship and for security.
Mm, companionship and for security. Companionship and pleasure. So we have seen that we have gotten two companionship and we have gotten security, we've gotten pleasure. We'll come back to all this. Evelyn.
Hello, madam.
Zanjina, lower your hand and mute your mic. Yes, Evelyn, let's listen to you.
Please, there are animals we kept in our home. To my understanding, for the purpose of eating them or transportation or other reasons.
Okay. So we are still hiding up. According to Evelyn, 2026, pets are animals that we keep them for food. We eat them and use them for transportation purposes. Okay, last person, Edith.
There are animals that are kept as companionship and we care for them.
Okay, we care for them has been added to the list. Okay, Rebecca.
Madam, to my understanding, when they say pet is for entertainment purpose, to entertain ourselves.
Hey, another one has come with entertainment purpose. So entertainment and pleasure will be in one line, right? Right? Okay. Now, Philip, then we move on. Philip, Christ, I say I won't call you,
When
cry. You won't
when we
bring
say
down your
pet,
hand. Mhm.
madam, please, when we say pet in human society, when somebody is my I have somebody that will be my partner, we can refer to that person as friend. So if you
Mhm.
women you are adding animal to be your partner, or you like that animal, you refer to as your pet because you like that one out of the number. So the pet can be the animals you choose best and to play with and also to entertain you.
Hey, Philip.
Madam,
Okay. So, Philip, entertainment, pleasure, and enjoyment. These three, should we put them together or we should separate them with their different meanings?
we have to separate them.
Really, separate them for us. Entertainment, pleasure, and enjoyment.
Madam, the entertainment can be like the animal playing with you, then you feel happy. But the
Mhm,
enjoyment can be more or less that maybe when they kill the animal, you are eating the meat, you enjoy it. You see.
mhm.
But
Okay.
as for the pressure, that one is more or less something similar to the entertainment because the entertainment goes with pleasure.
Entertainment goes with pleasure. Okay.
Yeah,
So when you
to
go
my
to
thing.
entertainment night in school, do you enjoy the activities over there? That night, do you enjoy what performance went on? Uh, okay. So you've all done well. Pets, like we have all explained, they are purely for companionship. So they are animals that we like best. And we always want to keep them in our bosom, play with them. Sometimes when you are eating and such animals are not around you, you don't feel comfortable. And those animals, we don't use them for commercial purposes. Unlike some domestic animals that we trained to use them for commercial purposes, for something like transportation, something like enjoyment, as Philip has explained. You are killing the fowl and enjoying the meat, chewing it, nyafu nyafu. They are confirmed, and the others. Unlike pets, when you are killing, they are confirmed who is a pet to you, cry, you'll be crying because you are so good to that animal. So now Looking at the pets and looking at domestic animals, animals like fowls, which are domestic animals that we have them in the house, we don't really keep them as pets. We keep them for commercial use. Some sells the fowls, and the fowls we are concentrating now on the local poultry, the efiakuko, the local ones that we have them around us, not purposely for commercial use that we designate a particular place for it, like a poultry farm. Now we are looking at those living with us in our homes. They move with us, they pull around us, and they disturb us a lot, making us uncomfortable sometimes. So those animals sometimes become a financial reliever for us. Sometimes too, they become, what do we call it? Our companions. But mostly such animals are for our consumption or income generation. But comparing to pets, and most animals that we normally use for pets, and also those animals, depending on where they find themselves. Example is cats. Where cats will find itself will make that animal cat a pet or for a particular purpose. I know in some parts on this our Ghana land, there are some regions that the cats are income generation and for enjoyment. And there are other regions also, cat is purely a pet. Okay, so let's look at the difference, the key difference between a pet and a cat. Between a pet and a domestic animals. All this we are saying that they live with us in the house, in our homes. So why would we say one is a pet and one is a domestic animals? Okay, so let's look at them. What animals can we classify as pets and those that we can classify as domestic animals? Let's mention 2 or 3, then I come in again. So when you mention the animal's name, tell us where that animal falls, whether that animal is a pet or is a cat.
Hello,
Yes, Zanjina.
madam.
Madam, please, a cat is a pet.
A pet is a pet.
A cat is a pet.
A cat is a pet. So to
yes,
you, cat
madam.
is a pet. Okay.
Yes,
Okay, Dano.
Madam,
Yes, dear.
please, a sheep, goat, or dog, they are domestic animals, but not pets.
Great. Great. Okay, Margaret.
Madam,
Mm-hmm.
when we say difference between pets and domestic animals, pets are also domestic animals. All the domestic animals are pets. Examples of domestic animals could be like cow, pig, chicken, but they are not pets.
pets.
And when we say the pets, some of the example will also be like bird or dog or cat. They can also be classified under the pets. So when we say pet and domestic animals, some pets are not pets, they are all domestic animals, but not all of them that can be classified under domestic animals. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. I think you have confused yourself a little. So probably you didn't listen from the beginning. From the beginning, we talked and made the distinction between what domestic animals are and what pets are. So now we are classifying them clearly. We are classifying them clearly so that we will know what animals are specifically for pets and what animals are not for pets. But they are all animals that lives around us in our homes. And there are some animals that in some parts of Ghana, in our land, there are some animals that can be a pet for some people, yet it's a commercial use falling under domestic animal for other regions. Please, are you getting it? So we are making those distinctions clear. Are you with us now, Margaret?
Okay,
Yes,
madam.
madam.
Yes.
So, madam,
So,
can a cat be a pet and then donkey also be
can what?
no
Can what?
a
Can what?
A cat
cat
is a pet. For some
a
people,
pet?
Otilia, mute your mic. Margaret, you are saying what?
I said can a cat be a pet and also a sheep also a domestic animal?
Yes. An
Okay.
animal like a cat, when you come to southern Ghana, it can be a pet. But when you go to another part of the same Ghana, it's not a pet. Are you getting it?
Yes, madam.
Are you clear with that? That
Yes,
a cat can be a domestic animal for some purposes. And that
yes,
same animal can also be a pet, like a
yes,
dog. A dog can be a companion as a pet. At the same time, it can also be for a commercial use. It can be for security. Do you get it? And it can also be for a financial consumption, economic influencer in some parts of the region, in some parts of Ghana. So
Especially
maybe,
the northern part of the country.
especially the northern part of the country where they enjoy dog. Do you get it? They chew dog. But in the southern parts, they don't chew dog. So in southern parts, they can have dogs as pets. Some even use dogs as security, but they don't enjoy dog. But when you go to the northern parts, the dog comes in as a domestic animal in the financial sector because they are rearing the dogs to sell them to get money. In fact, some even use the dog for barter trade in the northern parts. Then some also use the dog for security in the northern parts. And for a commercial purpose, let me say, they accompany them to the farm to hunt for meat and all those things. So depending on the classification of the animal and where you are finding yourself makes that animal a pet or a companion or for enjoyment or for pleasure. Margaret, are you okay? Okay. Dino, Dino, let's hear you. Dino, your hand is up. Victoria.
Madam. Madam, please. Hello, madam.
Yes, I'm hearing you talk.
Please, when we go to like class, when
You go
teaching the
to
learners, like teaching in class, like teaching the learners about domestic animals, we will be saying examples of domestic animals. We have cats and dogs. So I'm asking, is it wrong or?
You see, when it comes to the learners, look at our mode of learning over here. We are fishing out points from each and every one. Do you get it? So
Yes,
give the learners the chance to mention the animals around them in
okay.
their homes.
Mhm.
Do you get it? In
Yes,
their
please.
homes. Some homes have fowls, some have goats, some have dogs, some have ducks, some have, what do we call it? Sheep, some have cats. So we have different domestic animals in and around us. And remember that the learners in the classroom are not coming from one home.
Yes, please.
If even they are coming from one environment, they are coming from different homes. So give them the opportunity to explore their environment and know what animals are there. Then you stand on it. Remember, in early childhood, we always learn from known to unknown. So these learners are seeing these animals around them, but they might not know whether those animals are pets or domestic animals. Please,
Okay.
are we getting it?
Yes, please.
So when we finish this, we will now tailor it to the classroom, how
Oh,
it's supposed to be in the classroom. So let's first of all get how it's supposed to be first. Then we
okay.
can now tailor it. Okay?
Please,
Yeah.
thank you.
Philip,
Madam,
yes.
madam, what my sister is saying, you see, sometimes too, I could remember that back at primary or so when one of our teacher was teaching us. During this one, he was trying to classify something like those cats and then dog. They are more or less carnivorous animals that they normally feed on only flesh and some other things. So they don't normally classify them as domestic animal. I don't know if it is right.
Yes, I'm listening to you. Yes, are you done?
Yes, please.
Okay, so they normally don't classify them as domestic animals, right? Philip, is that what you
Yes,
are
madam.
saying? The
Yes,
cat
please.
and the dog, they normally don't classify them as
Yes, please.
domestic animals.
Yes,
Okay,
because they feed on other animals and therefore they are thinking when they are living in the environment with them, they may end up feeding on other animals that they keep as pets or yeah, something like that.
okay. So looking at what we are learning now and where our explanation and examples have gotten to, where do you think these animals fall? The dog and the cat.
I don't think they should be part of the domestic animals.
So they should be part of where?
Madam, they are pets.
Okay, so they should fall into the pet category, right?
Yes, madam.
Okay, that's great. Now,
But
Philip,
madam, somebody too can
yes,
also say they
Evelyn.
should.
Okay, Philip, wait, Evelyn, you said somebody too can also say what?
Somebody too can also say they should fall under domestic animals.
Okay, so we are coming to know where they are now falling to. Philip, you are a
Madam,
Voltarian, right?
yes, please.
Okay, so Voltarians, do you chew cat as a meat?
Well, we do.
No.
Yes, some do, madam.
I'm listening.
Madam, we do that, not at large quantity.
You
Oh.
say,
Hello, madam.
Otilia,
Madam, we do, but not
I
at
mean,
large quantity like
some do, but me, I don't like.
please, I'm coming. Let's take it one after the other so that we understand it. Philip, come again. Do you chew cats?
We do, but not at large quantity as maybe compared to when you go to the northern part, how
Don't compare. Don't compare.
the
Don't move.
okay,
I'm asking
okay.
you. Do
We
you
do, we
chew
do.
cats?
We do, madam.
You do, as
Yes, we do.
Votarians. Okay, great. Let's audit there. Where are my northern sisters? Zanjina or Edith. Is Edith here? Edith, do you people chew?
Hello, madam.
But Edith, you are from the north, right?
Hello, madam.
Yes. Where
The
am I?
network was busy.
Okay. So where am I?
Madam, I'm here. Madam Lucy is here. I'm also from the north.
Lucy. The north. Okay.
Yes, madam.
The north. Do you chew cats?
No.
Oh,
Yes,
the north.
madam. But,
You chew
hello.
cats. Do you chew cats? You chew dog. Okay.
No. Yes, we chew dog.
No. You know, can we get another person from your place? That's
Yes.
the background is good. Your network is not helping. Zanjini.
Okay.
Do not mute your mic. Okay, thank you. Okay, Edith.
Madam.
Do you people chew
Madam.
dog?
Yes, please.
You chew dog. Do you chew cats?
Yes, please.
Madam, I'm here.
Madam, we take it, but not all of them.
Do you chew
Some
dog?
take it, but some.
Do you
Madam,
chew
yes,
dog?
the engineer is on.
Yes, madam.
You chew dog. Thank you.
Yes, madam.
Zanjina. Okay, mute. Zanjina, you wanted to talk?
Madam.
Yes, I'm listening.
Madam.
I'm listening. Zanjina, talk.
Yes. Yes, we chew dog and cat.
You chew dog and cat. Okay, thank you. Mute your mic.
Yes.
Now, we are now learning that domestic animals are breeded for different economic purposes, such as food, clothing, transportation, and cultivating of the land. We use them for meat, wools, dairy products, leather, and others. That are few examples we get from domestic animals. So now, Philip.
Madam.
Dogs and cats, are they domestic animals or they are pets?
Madam, domestic animal.
Thank you. Hold it right there. We'll come back to. I'm spending my time on this because most of the time we, the facilitators ourselves, we are confused and we confuse the learners. Now, Agnes, bring your points and let's move on.
Yes, madam. Dog can be both pets and domestic animals.
Simple. Based on its purpose. So the animals we have in and around us, we have some that are for a particular purpose. Some are using dogs for security purposes. Some are using dogs for pets, as pets. Some are using fowls for security purpose. Some for eating purpose, and some too are using it for financial purpose. So when it comes to the domestic animals, they are purely for eating, cultivating, and at least making profits out of them. We see the goats and the cows and the horses and the donkeys and the ducks and the, what do we call it, animals, other animals that we have in and around us, apart from the common dog and cats that we know. We have different purposes for them. Sometimes, even the cows, we kill and we remove their skin and we trade it for something else. Horses, we have the horses and we remove their skin and we treat it to turn it into leather. So for whatever purpose we have about an animal, makes that animal our pet or domestic. Now, when it comes to pets, animals as pets, we see that those animals are our everyday life. We breathe in them, we cough in them, we bath in them, we dress in them. And when you see an animal as a pet for somebody, the person doesn't care choosing the animal over a human being. Are we getting it? Because the love, as Philip said earlier, the love an individual has developed for that particular animal is above the human love. So we keep pets for protection. When we develop love for animals and keep them as pets, I tell you, they protect us. They also make sure that they defend us. They keep us from harm. So depending on where you see such animals, do you know in South Africa there was a woman who kept snake as a pet? And this snake lived with the woman for so long and it grew, both in size, in height, in shape. Unfortunately, according to the story, one day the woman went somewhere, delayed, and the time of feeding the pet was over. So when she came, the pet was so wild that as soon as she opened the door, the snake attacked her. So these same snakes that when we see them, we run away. Some are keeping them as pets. As some also are keeping them as domestic purpose. Do we know that some people keep snake for domestic purpose? Do we know that?
No, madam.
No.
Okay.
What do they
Those in
do?
the water region. Those in the water region. There's a certain man who has a snake farm and is using it as a tourist site. So people visit the place and he interacts with the snakes and communicates with them. So he has them in cages that he feeds them and he rears them. Have we come across this particular man? He was interviewed in TV3. And this man is using it to generate money. Are we getting it? He's using the snake aspect, yet he's using it for financial gain. In the Volta region, around Hohoi, Ri, Afajato area, not far from Mountain Afajato, Ri Falls, around there. That's where the man is staying. So this is somebody who is keeping snakes as pets, yet is using them for financial gain. So people visit the place and they pay. Do you get it? So when it comes to these pets and domestic animal differences, depending on the purpose, the animals becomes what? A pet. Depending on the purpose, the animal becomes what? A domestic animal. Now we say we keep domestic pets for companionship, whereby we keep domestic animals for economic benefits, like I have described. Then pet stays with human in the household most of the times. They protect them from strangers. But when you come to domestic animals, seldomly do they stay in the house. Only selected number of domestic animals, such as chicken, stays in the household. But somebody will say, I'm having a goat farm, and the farm is at another plot or somewhere else he or she goes to attend to. If even the goats are in the house, unless in the rural villages, you see the goats walking in the middle of the compound, entering into their bedrooms and coming out. But in rare cases, we see them just around the environment we live in. Then we say pets are often aggressive to strangers who come into the household. So if you are keeping a dog, a cat as a pet, they know you and only you. So if I am coming, they don't know whether they are safe or their master is safe. So first of all, they will project the protective scene. So they will start backing for you to know that there is a limit you can go. But looking at domestic animals, they are really aggressive. Whether you come or you go, they don't care. Do you get it? They don't care. You see that when you are having even a cat as a pet, and you join, you visit, or somebody visits you, you see that they don't leave you alone. They'll be weaving around your leg, climbing you, going around you until the stranger leaves the house. They are protecting you because they don't know what that person brought. That can harm you or not harm you. So they will be around you. Okay. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, so to tailor this into the classroom, let's engage our learners to mention the animals they have in their environment, in their homes, in their communities. Let's engage them. Unfortunately, in my house, I don't rear any animal. But when day breaks and you come to my house, you think I rear cats. They are from the houses around me. But because they easily get food in my house, they are always around here. And because of that, I try rearing one, they sack it. I try rearing one, they sack it. Do you get it? So they protect us to the extent that sometimes our mindset doesn't go on it. So the learners have different domestic animals around us. It's just few that we see here. When we go to something like the north, we see donkeys as domestic animals. We see horses as a common domestic animal in the north, which these animals, we rarely see them in the south. So if you have a learner whose parents have been transferred from the north to the south, and you are mentioning about domestic animals, explaining that animals that lives around us in our homes, in our environment, in our communities, and you ask them to mention, and such a learner mentioned donkey. Such a learner mentioned also, you said, no. Those animals are not domestic animals. The same way, when the learner moved to the north and mentioned ducks, mentioned, what do we call it? Cats and others, they too will say no, they are not. And some of these, even in the south, some people still rear the horses in their homes. Some rear these donkeys and the monkeys and all that in their homes. There is a place in the eastern region called Shai Osudoku. Those of you in the Volta region, the eastern region, you may know there. And it is on the roadside from Tema to Akosombo stretch. And during the day, you get there and you see a lot of donkeys, monkeys at the roadside. And visitors passing by, giving them bananas and stuff. And I learned some of them even picks them into their cars and go to send them to their homes to become their pets. So please, when we are dealing with the learners, let's know their backgrounds and what animals are around them, in and around their homes, their environments, and their community. Then we help them group those animals into pets and domestic animals. Great. Any questions so far? Philip, today your network is not stable.
Madam, I have network challenge here.
Oh, okay. You keep going on and off. Okay. So any questions so far so that we proceed? We have really spent a lot on only domestic animals. Madam, okay.
No question, we can proceed.
Okay, so now we move to the wild animals. When we say wild animals, where do we put them? Wild animals. We have seen domestic animals. What about wild animals? Yes, Agnes.
Please, madam, there are animals that live in forests or natural places and are not trained by humans.
Okay. Edith.
Madam,
Yes.
please, there are animals that live in the forest and they are harmful to humans
Great.
and other animals.
Great. Okay, Philip.
Madam, there are animals that are not friendly with humans and they live in the forest.
Okay. So we have seen that they are not friendly to humans. We have seen that they are harmful to humans. And we are seeing that they live in the forest. And then we continue.
Madam, what animals are animals that live in the forest? They provide shelter for themselves. They look for their own food and also protect themselves without any human beings involved. Thank you.
Okay, this is great. They look for their own food, they provide their own shelter, and they don't avail themselves to humans. Okay, now, with this, there's a distinction between the domestic animals and then the wild animals. Who saw that distinction and can communicate? Philip, do you want to say something because your hand is still up? Great. There is a distinction between domestic animals and wild animals that we have just mentioned here. At least 2 or 3 distinctions. Who have seen it can raise it? Okay, Edith.
Madam, please, domestic animals, they live in the houses, within the communities, but wild animals, they live in the forest.
Okay, so that's one distinction. Okay, Evelyn. Evelyn.
Hello, madam.
Yes, dear.
Hello.
Yes, I'm
Madam,
listening.
wild animals provide for their own food.
Oh, every network
The
is not
domestic
good.
oh yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello,
Edwin, we can't
madam.
hear you properly. I can't hear you properly.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so come
Hello,
again.
madam. Please, is it okay?
Yes.
Please, I was saying that wild animals do provide their own food. They look for their own food. But then with the domestic ones, they are always given food by their owners.
Great. That's another distinction. Otilia. Otilia.
Madam,
Mm-hmm.
please, domestic animals are kept at home, but wild animals cannot be kept at home.
Okay, somebody have mentioned that. Great.
Okay.
Somebody talked about that. Okay, so the
Okay.
last three I've seen here. The last three, Philip, Philip, Agnes, and Adebolo. Hey, what is the name?
Adebuhuro.
Adebolo. No, I say I don't like this name. There's another one.
Fidelia.
Is there? Fidelia. I say I like Fidelia. That one. Adeburo. Okay, so Adeburo will answer. Then Agnes will continue. Then Philip ends it.
Madam,
Agnes will continue. Then Philip ends it. Adeburo, your this thing is echoing to me. Hey, Adeburo, your mic is down.
hello.
Yes.
I said wild animals are harmful, while domestic animals are friendly with human beings.
Okay.
Domestic animals are friendly with human beings.
So if
Wild
I give
animals
you assignment to give you 20 distinctions, you can do it. Mute your mic. Okay, Agnes.
Please, madam, domestic animal is an animal that is kept for different economic purposes. They don't feed, they fed and take care of. And and wild animals are animals that are found in forests and they fed for themselves.
Okay.
Madam,
Last person,
what
Philip.
animal they feed on other animals or they survive on other animals by feeding on them? Whilst domestic animals, human beings feed them. Human beings feed some and some also feed themselves.
Okay. So we have seen the distinction between domestic animals and wild animals. And the same way, so we saw the difference between a pet and a domestic animal. So you see that when it became the pet and the domestic animal, we were having a problem over there because we find all of them in and around us. But when it came to the wild animals and then the domestic animals, the difference and the distinctions were clear. So when we bring this to our classroom, let them know the clear difference. Now, we keep domestic some wild animals in our environment, taking them out of their environment, which is the bush, to our environment. When we bring them like that, what do we do to them? What do we do to them? Philip.
Madam, some of them we train them and some in order to keep them so they should not be harmful. Like lion like this, when they bring lion to our environment for commercial purpose, you have to declare and detect the lion for commercial purpose.
Okay, so that's what we do. Worries.
Yes, madam.
Yes, worries. I'm
Madam, when
hearing
we
your
bring,
voice today.
uh, uh, sorry for joining late, madam. When we bring
Okay,
them home, we train it and it become pet. So that so at times some even we use it for tourist attractions and those things.
okay, okay. So using them for forest, tourist attraction and all that. Where do we keep them? Do we keep them in our bedrooms, our kitchens, or in our compounds? What do we do with them?
Madam,
Dano,
Well,
Dano,
we
please
came in the
mute your
zoo.
mic for us, okay? Dan, thank you. Evelyn, you were saying something.
Please, I was saying that we normally keep them at the zoo.
Okay, Otilia. Otilia, I thought you raised your hand. Okay, Edith.
Please, madam, we catch and train them. Let me take it from the forest.
Okay, so because such animals are harmful to human, yet human have to see them and appreciate. Because of that, we keep these animals at a particular place so that they can be protected. These places we keep them are called zoos. Zoo. So when we keep them in a zoo, we take these learners there, standing at a distance. Some of them, we are able to go close to them. Some too, we have to keep a distance so that we will see how they look like. You know, looking at a picture of an elephant is different from looking at the elephant in a real terms. Having contact one-on-one with it is different from the one we see in our textbooks. So, thank God enough, this current curriculum give us the chance to do an excursion to some of these sites so that first-hand experience can be exposed to the learners. Because this curriculum is asking us to let the learners explore. You see, we have to let them explore. So through their exploration, we have to take them to some of these sites so that they will get the first-hand experience. I always see elephants in the textbooks as black color. Until I got the opportunity to travel to one of the sites, the tourist sites called Molly National Park. So how do you call it? For me to see the real elephant, that's the real color of the elephant based on the zone, the savanna zone that you find the elephant. The elephant's real color is actually gray. But based on the mud that they will spray on them to suck the cheche flies, the color of the mud makes them come out to be black or red or white or green or whatever colors our authors in our textbooks brings to us. So most of the time when we have contact with such animals, we see them in their real image. When I went there, I saw another animal which I have not seen in the South before. They said they call it a bush pig. Bush pig. And they are not harmful. But like we are saying, because it's not in the South, we don't see these animals often unless in books. But if these animals are kept in our zoos in the, what do we call it, in the south, we will come into contact with them and know more about them. And know more about them. So these are the purposes of the zoos. The zoos are created with a specific, strong things that when they put these animals in them, they can be protected. And mind you, putting them in the zoo too doesn't mean that they are left alone. Because taking them from their environment, they become wider than when they are there and they see you. They sense danger. So they become more harmful to humans. So they have to be well protected, cage them individually, so that human beings too coming to have experience with them will be safe. Okay, so the purpose of this zoo are for entertainment, for education. We take them there and we educate them while they are being caged. And why the reason why they are in the bush and they are not among humans and all that for education purposes. And then for scientific research programs. And there's species conservations and protection of animals. So all these are few benefits that when we go to the zoo, we get it. So you want to see some specific species that connects to whatever theme you are teaching or you are facilitating. When you take them to the zoo, you will get it. When you want to do some scientific research, study a particular animal's behavior, wild animal's behavior, you go to the zoo and you do that. And for education trips, these are current curriculum have a lot of trips to expose the learners and allow them to explore. And then for entertainment purposes. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, so if there's no questions so far, that means everything is well understood. Then we move to our next topic. Moving from living things in the physical environment to the non-living things in our physical environment. So when we talk about living things as things that can breathe, that can move, that can reproduce, that can grow, what do we say non-living things are? What do we say non-living things are? Edith?
Madam, non-living things are things that cannot move, they cannot grow, they cannot interbreed.
Okay, according to Edith 2026. Worries.
Yes, madam. Madam, please, non-living things are things that they cannot breathe, they cannot procreate, they cannot move, and they cannot, madam, and they cannot, oh, madam, they cannot procreate.
Don't worry. Okay, Agbovi. Hey, this is about our fourth time meeting, and I'm now saying Agbovi. Agbovi. Agbovi, let's hear you.
That's why I was.
We can't hear you.
Hello,
Yes.
please. I'm having.
Oh, who can hear what she's saying? Okay, we can't hear her. We can't hear her. Okay, Dora.
That non-living things are things that do not have life.
Okay. Great. So if I finish, mute yourself and lower your hand. Okay, Dora. Dora. Otilia, mute yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Dora.
want to.
Okay. Dora is not coming. So Otilia, speak and let's
Okay.
continue.
You, madam, please, living things, non-living things are objects, materials, or natural elements that do not have life or can reproduce.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. So all that you have mentioned are all characteristics of non-living things. So when you see these things, yes, worries.
Madam,
Yes.
non-living things are things that are made by man. They cannot procreate. They can move. Thank you, madam.
Okay. Okay. So, worries.
Yes,
Do we
madam.
have? You said non-living things are things that are made by man.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So looking at water, is water made by man or by God?
Madam is by God.
Madam is by God.
Evelyn, I've not asked you a question. Evelyn, I'm dealing with Waris. Waris has given me
Madam,
definition according to Waris 2030. I'm yet to research into Waris' own.
madam,
Yes,
madam, water is non-living thing, and
Waris, I'm asking you. What
madam, please
about
the question
water?
again.
I am asking you said non-living things are things that are made by man and they
Yes,
cannot breathe and they cannot
yes,
reproduce. And I'm
yes,
asking
madam.
you, is water man-made?
Oh, okay, madam. For water, there in some cases it is made. It's madam. No, water is not made.
Okay, so you see some of
Uh,
our challenges and why this
water.
course is very important.
Yes.
According to Waris and Waris, Waris is confused whether water is man-made or God-made, or is artificial made, or is natural made. Who can help Waris? Evelyn. Okay.
Madam, the question again. Madam, the question again.
Philip, I won't bring the question again. Philip is disturbed, yes. Oh, Evelyn, your network is not helping. Oh. When you talk, just position yourself small and talk.
Madam,
Yes, dear.
madam, please, I was saying that please the question again, please.
Hey, Evelyn. But you answered the
Oh, madam,
question
please, I
from the
didn't get it.
beginning. From the beginning, you
Okay,
answered
it's
the
about
question, and I said it's about worries.
what?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What
You are confused
this
there.
thing? Yes, please the question again, please. I beg.
Okay, okay. Then listen and listen carefully. Edith, bring it.
Madam, water is God made. It's not man made because water has been created by God. It's naturally. It is only that man modify it to make it like if it is dirty, you add add some chemicals to make it good for our system. But what is made by God?
Okay, so that is Edith. Okay, so now we go back to Esther, who wants to say something eagerly and I've not called her. So Esther, say it and let's move on. Okay. When I was not minding Esther,
Okay, madam.
I thought she's gone.
Madam,
Yes.
madam, please, now living things are things that do not have life.
They don't have life.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So does water have life or water doesn't have life?
Water doesn't have life.
Water doesn't have life. Okay. So,
Yes, please.
Waris, please, have you heard all our explanations?
Yes, please. Yes, madam.
Okay. Okay. So how will you explain this to your learners in your classroom? What class do you teach? Are you in a classroom?
No, please.
You are yet to go to the
Yes,
classroom.
I'm yet to go
Okay.
to the.
Assuming they have put you in class 2, which the
Yes, madam.
learners are 7 years old,
Okay, madam.
how will you explain this to them?
The non-living things
Yes, with the water.
with the water.
As an
Okay.
example.
Uh-huh. Okay. Water is a non-living thing because
I'm
uh,
saying that you
uh,
are not
uh,
explaining it to me. Explain
I'm
it to the
explaining
learners in class
to the
2.
learners to
What?
understand.
So you
Okay.
listen. What
Okay.
living things are, and using water as an example to the learners in class 2. So
Madam, my
tell
hand
us
is up.
how you explain it to them. I've seen it, Pa Philip. I want to help Waris here first.
Uh-huh. Okay. Madam, first of all, I'll tell them what non-living things are, which I said they are things that are made by man. So they don't procreate. They don't. I mean, uh, they don't procreate. They don't respirate. So and water for water is non-living thing because it does not breathe and it does not procreate. But that's what the little understanding I have.
Okay, okay. Have we all heard Waris?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Okay,
madam.
Yes, madam.
okay,
Yes,
okay. So
madam.
we've heard Waris. Now we'll proceed. Philip wants to tell us something. Evelyn, please mute your mic. Thank you. Philip.
Madam, as for me to explain this to my class 2 learners, I will
Mm-hmm.
tell them that non-living things that they are things that are they exist, they are on earth, but they don't have life. There is no life in them. I can use stone as an example for them. I can use water as an example. I can use some other things that in our surrounding, like the stone like this, you will see that it is in existence. It exists. It could be man make it to be existed or God naturally created. Like when a man form a table, that table is in existence. It's a non-living thing. It does not have life in it. I can explain this way to them and then maybe they will understand more.
Okay, that's great. So now, Philip, I'm coming back to you, please. All this, I'm using it to hammer on one thing. And when we get to that thing, though it will come. When we get there, I will not talk much about it. Because as the explanations are coming, other things are coming. But if we jump it, we will not get it right. Now, Philip, you mentioned that you will use stone as an example for them. Great. And then you use table. Did you mention table? Or
Yes,
what did
madam.
you? So you
Yes, madam.
mentioned table. Okay. So what is the difference between table and a stone based on what we are discussing?
Madam, that is why I said they are in existence. It could be
Mhm.
that God has created it, or man has have something to do about it before it has come into existence. Maybe the tree is there, and then they cut it, then they
Mhm.
use part of it to form the table. So
Mhm.
the table they form, it doesn't move, it doesn't reprocreate, it doesn't do any other thing. It's just there. The stone
Okay.
is naturally God created it out of certain forces. It has come to existence
Great.
that we
So you
can
have
see.
mentioned what I wanted, right? So I want you to stay there. I'm asking you a question here. Class, please keep this and listen to it carefully. Now, Philip, you've mentioned something here and I like it, but I want you to make the distinction clear to the learners. You mentioned that the stone is God made, right? Now,
Yes.
the table is what? We've now seen that the table is, what do we call it? Non-living thing. It cannot move. It cannot cannot what do we call reproduce and all that. So it's a non-living thing like a stone. But the stone is God made. So the table is what?
Madam, I said
It's
the
man-made.
table is man-made. Man has done something about it before it has come to existence.
Thank you. Thank you. So you see that from the beginning, when we were giving the description and the difference between nature and nurture, we mentioned that some of these natural things that were produced by God, which is nature, we can now nurture them into different things, right? So out of plants, which is God made, and plant is a living thing, right? But out of plants, we can create a non-living thing through nurturing. So we can change the behavior and the formats and manipulate the plant to be a non-living thing. Are we getting it?
Yes, madam.
Yes. So this goes to all of us that in some of the non-living things, comes some of the living things comes non-living things. So as Philip has explained, we have water as a non-living thing, which is created by God. We have stone as a non-living thing, which is created by God. And there's another and another and another. As we are going on, we will now be seeing them and then we will continue. Thumbs up for Philip. Okay, now let's come back to water. Water is a non-living thing. It cannot breathe. It cannot move. It cannot reproduce. Okay, now we have two main sources of water. And these sources are, uh these sources are Waris. Oh, Waris left. Oh, Waris has brought us this far, he has left. Okay, Agnes,
Please, madam, surface water
surface water and
and
Groundwater.
groundwater
come again.
and groundwater.
Okay, we have surface water and
Underground soil.
ground water. Now, when we are talking about surface water, how can we explain this to our learners? That this is a surface
Madam,
water
please question.
and
Madam,
this is a
question.
groundwater.
Madam,
Philip,
did you ask the sources of water or the two main sources of water?
I ask of the two main sources of water.
Madam, please,
Philip,
is rainfall not one of them?
Okay, so when the rain falls, where does it go? Where does it drop?
Well, when it rains, some go deep down the earth, and some live on the surface of the earth due to certain impermeable rock within the earth.
Okay, Philip, you answered yourself in the explanation you gave. Who can pick it up from there for him? The explanation Philip gave about the rainwater. Who can derive the answer to Philip? Yes, Edith.
Madam, please
Yes.
ask. He said that the ground, that's why it qualifies into the surface and the ground. Because he said some will go down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He
Philip,
explained that some.
he explained that Edith come.
That some when it rains, some will go down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That and some will also lie on the surface of the land. That is why it's classified into surface water and the groundwater. Thank you, madam.
Okay, great. So, Philip, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Great. So, did you see that?
Yes, please.
You heard that?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so come again with your answer to the question you yourself you asked.
Madam, you see, when you ask that the sources of water, I am thinking that we may have two: the rainfall and the underground water. But you were asking that the when I mentioned rainfall as one of the source of water, though we have other source of water, but that is the two main I know, that the rainfall and then the underground water.
Okay, so the two main sources of water is the surface water and then the ground water. And when we are talking about the surface water, we are talking about waters that lie at the surface of the earth. So waters like, can we give an example of waters that lie at the surface of the earth?
You
Yes,
have
let's go.
rivers.
Thank you. Uh-huh.
We have lakes.
Uh-huh.
We have lagoon.
Streams.
Dams.
We pause here. Philip, who is around you to knock you 2 times for me? Philip, you have got it. I want somebody around you to knock you. Let me check if I will knock you here. Oh, I don't have any emoji of knock.
Hey, madam.
Oh. You see, the surface water, we are talking about waters that lies on the surface of the earth. So we are looking at the lakes, we are looking at the rivers and the reservoirs and all that. And these are the waters that at a point rainwater falls. Do we get it? Then when we look at the groundwater, we look at the waters that lie under the surface of the land. And those places, we have to travel and fill openings to get them. So those of you in the Volta region, you can see that you have a lot of falls over there because the falls are being derived from the rocks. These waters are derived from the rocks, and depending on the height of the rocks, it falls on the ground. And these rocks that store and transmit groundwaters are called aquifers.
The rocks, the ground rocks that transfer water to the edges are called.
Uh-huh.
They are called
Aquifers.
Upper
Madam,
first. Do you say
Yes.
upper first?
Aqua, aqua. AQUIFERS. It's in your model. When you read it, you will see it.
Okay.
But how many of you have dug wells in your homes?
Madam, me,
Wells.
we did one before. Yes, madam.
You dug one well before.
Yes,
Okay.
madam.
So the land where you dug the well, is it a
Yes.
rocky land or a sandy land?
Madam, it's rocky land.
It's rocky land.
Yes.
So do you fetch water and pour it in, or the water comes out of the rocks for you to fetch and use?
The water come out from the rocks.
The water comes out from the rocks at the
Yes.
ground.
Yes,
That
at the
is why
ground.
we say ground water. So they are naturally coming from the ground. So if you are digging a well, and where you are digging it doesn't have a lot of rocks, you will not get the water. It can't store the water. So some people will dig and dig and dig before they get the rock. So when it happens like that, they do artificial rock or concrete and stuff and put them to seize the sand. Other than that, when the sand soaks small water, it will pour into the well and the well will fill up, closed, so you won't get the water again. Please, are we getting the difference? So when
Yes,
we talk
madam.
about the
But
surface,
please, madam, but please, so when it
mhm,
comes to digging of the well, sometimes
mhm,
this thing depend on the water table that we have. Within the land, there is something called water table. That is when you
yes,
are doing before you get to. There are stages you get. It seems like when you are climbing a mountain.
uh-huh,
Uh, so the water is in that form. So maybe where the rock is slanting to, when you started digging
mhm,
from there, you may get the water early. But when you
mhm,
climb up, it will be very difficult for you to dig to get close to the water where it will be coming up for you. But at certain areas too, naturally, there's something called spring. Like when you go to Mecca, is it Mecca? Where Kaaba, where those Muslims
mhm.
normally go for what? You see that
Maker.
naturally water is yeah,
Go for pilgrims.
yeah. You see that naturally water is flowing underground to the earth.
Mhm.
That one there, it is naturally. It started since before everybody. I think
So,
they give birth to it.
under that water, is it rocky or sandy?
Well, it is rocky.
It is rocky.
Yes,
Are
madam.
you getting it?
Is that
So that is, I said, are you getting it? That's why we said underground water. So depending on where the rock level is, like you mentioned, that one is natural that flows every time. But when it comes to surface water, and we have not gotten to the waters like the rainwater and others to drop to make the surface water flow, you will see some lakes, some rivers and stuff. You will see that during the dry season, they will tell you that the river has shrink because it's not getting enough water to do what? Overflow, to flood. But when it starts raining, these surface waters, because they are the surface of the ground and they cannot sink down, you see them causing havoc. Then they are overflowing and they are causing flood here and there. But when you dig a well, that the source is coming from the rock, it always have a standard it maintains. So as we are fetching, then it's coming. Do we see that difference?
yes,
Comparing, let's
madam.
look at around
Yes,
us,
ma'am.
the rocks around us, and the wells and the rivers and the
Madam.
streams around us. Yes, who called? So we can see that. Let's look at Akosombo Dam, for example, is a surface water. It's surface water. So when the rainy season comes and other rivers flows and joins the dam, it does what causes flood. It overflows. But if it's during the dry season, the water maintains its level. Sometimes they will tell you the water has even reduced. Looking at some rivers around us, the White Lake, the what do we call it? The Black
The
Lake,
Black Water Lake.
the Black Water Lake and stuff, we see that at a point those waters will shrink because they are not getting enough supply from their other sister lakes because there is no rain. Are we getting it?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So when we tailor this into the classroom, some of our learners cross lakes, gutters, rivers before they get to school. No matter how small their environment is, they have one or two that they see around. Some too have homes that they have dug wells and ponds and other things. Let's engage them. They will tell us what they have around us. Then we will tell them where we get those things from. Now, any questions so far before we continue from here? Okay, no question. Okay. So let's treat only this. Finish with water, then we call it a day. Okay. So what do we use water for? What do we use water for? Waris.
Madam, we use water for drinking.
Okay. That's for Waris. Zanjina.
Madam, we
Zanjina.
use water for domestic purpose, like washing,
For
cooking, and
everything.
bathing.
Hey, Zanjina said for everything. Though. Dano.
I said, madam,
Yes.
I said we use water for domestic purposes.
We use water for agricultural purposes.
Okay. Agbovi.
Irrigation purposes.
Okay, please, when you answer, bring your hand down. Okay, Dora. Dora. Dora is not talking. Is that? Edith. I'm not hearing Dora. Dora, bring your hand down.
Domestic purposes.
For what?
Domestic.
Okay. Dora. Okay, so all that you have mentioned. I can't hear you. Dora, I can't hear you. Who heard what Dora said?
Madam,
But industrial.
Is that what? For transportation purpose?
Industrial purpose.
Industrial purpose. Yes. Okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Yes. So we use water for all that you have mentioned. Waris, bring your hand down.
Madam, I wanted to say for transportation.
Okay. Yes. To commute from one village to the other. Yes. Okay. So all that you have said are the uses of water and many more. Mining purposes, hydroelectric power generation like the Akosombo Dam to give us electricity, livestock, industrial, and all that are what we use water for. Now, how do we tailor this to the classroom to show to our learners what we use water for? How do we tailor this to our learners that this and this and this and this and this are what we use water for? Yes, Philip.
Madam, to me, I will do it in a practical way that I'll fetch water to the classroom where I will demonstrate. Some will be a farmer, some will be like caterers or cooks, where those cooks will use the water to prepare food. The farmers will use the water for irrigation, and others will also use it for medicational purpose. Then they will get better understanding that the water can be used in the various ways. Thank you.
Great. Great. Who will top up? Dano.
Madam, please, I'll also tell my learners, I will also do it in a practical way because mostly children want to see what you are talking about. They want to know, they want to see. So I will fetch the water into the classroom or outside the classroom, call them, and then teach them how to wash their hands. And I will make the water in different containers for them. Some of them will drink some will use some to wash their hands, some will use some to wash cups or plates, to demonstrate to them that these are some of the things we use water for. Thank you.
Great. Okay. The last person, Evelyn. Evelyn raised a hand.
Okay, madam, just like the way my colleague said, but for me, I will first ask them what they actually know about water, what are the uses of water. Then after they've answered me, then I'll also continue to tell them what we use water for and the rest, just for the demonstration, as our colleague just said.
Great. In fact, my heart is at rest. All that you have said is perfect. And like Evelyn said, we first have to build on what the learner know already. So let's first ask them. Example, when you woke up in the morning, what did you do before coming to school? Some will tell you I bathed. Some will tell you I drank tea. Some will tell you I brushed my teeth. Some will tell you I washed my clothes. Other things that they did in the house before coming to school. Then out of those things that they did in the house, you will pick out the ones that they use the water for. Do you get it? And point to them that these are uses of water. So we use all these things for water, but there are more. So we are coming to pick on it, to act more, to know more. So then you continue from the personal hygiene that Dano mentioned, washing of hands and washing of plates, washing of cups. Then when they become familiar with it as their everyday activities, then you bring in Philip on also, whereby the irrigation aspect of agriculture thing will come on, whereby the cooking as a catering aspect will come on, and whereby you can even have a toy car and ask them to wash the car as a car wash, which is a career base for some people. Do you get it? So it has so many uses, and I'm very happy that we have now seen how we can easily tailor it to our learning environment. And by God's grace, nowadays, we have a lot of plastic toys that we can use to do all these demonstrations. And the water itself as a real TLR, we have it in around our schools. Just that after that, we engage the learners to do cleanup, like the mopping and cleaning the floors and stuff when they mess the place up. But enjoy the creativity aspect with them. And whenever the learners have a first-hand experience that they themselves engage themselves in, you'll see that they become more learned, they get more knowledge, they get more ideas, and they become more creative. Do we get it? Great. So we'll end our lesson here. Friday, if God permits, and we come. Or let's look at the properties of water, then we finish with water. So just a minute. So with the
Hey, madam,
properties of water, Margaret, you said?
another lecturer is also waiting for us.
Okay, so we end it here. If God permits, Friday, we start with properties of water. Thank you. Good night. Enjoy your next
Goodbye,
class.
madam. Thank you, madam.
Okay, then.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you too.
Madam.
Bye-bye.
Madam,
Yes.
madam, none of us is
Yes.
not well. Our course with the
Thank you,
Ethel.
madam.
Oh, she's not well, eh?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
madam.
Oh, please pray for her, eh? And I wish her speedy recovery. Okay.
Okay, madam.
I will ask for her on the platform
Okay,
tomorrow.
madam.
Okay. Pray for her. And tell her
Madam,
I
thank
wish
you
her
very
speedy
much.
recovery. Welcome.
Okay, madam.
Okay, then. Good night.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Good night.
Thank you, madam.
Hello, guys. Hello. Can you hear me?
We
Eh,
hear you.
hello.
We can hear you. It's me
Hello.
that cannot hear you.
The tree madam was saying
We
was
can hear you. You cannot hear. Let me.
What are they doing? You people should get prepared. You get ready for the water. Where are you going? You said, okay, and you are going behind there. What are you going to do? They don't answer.